The morning light spilled through the blinds of Monika's apartment, catching on the half-unpacked boxes that cluttered her living room. She dressed quickly, pushing aside the unease that had haunted her dreams. Fred's quiet words from the night before echoed in her mind, "You don't give up easily." "I like that." But louder still was Kemi's voice, dripping with insinuation as she had smirked in the hallway, working late, together. Monika squared her shoulders. Today, she told herself, would be different. It had to be. When she arrived at the IT firm, the atmosphere felt heavier. Whispers seemed to follow her as she crossed the open workspace. Two employees stopped mid-conversation the moment they saw her, their eyes darting between her and Fred's office door. Her heartbeat starting racing, but she forced herself to keep walking. Fred's door was slightly ajar, his deep, commanding voice filtering out as he spoke on the phone. He looked up just briefly, meeting her gaze. His expression softened, almost imperceptibly, before he looked away. That tiny flicker of warmth unsettled Monika more than it comforted her. Then came the sharp, deliberate click of Kemi's heels. Kemi approached, her red blouse striking against the neutral tones of the office. She leaned casually on Monika's desk, voice low and mocking. "Morning, darling," she purred, eyes glinting. "I hope you enjoyed your late-night mentorship session." The room fell silent. Even keyboards stopped clattering. Monika's face burned, but she kept it neutral, managing a polite nod as she focused on her computer screen. Kemi's lips curved into a triumphant smile before she sauntered off, leaving whispers in her wake. During lunch, Monika retreated to a quiet corner with her food. Her phone buzzed with Paul's name flashing on the screen. She sighed and answered. "Paul, I'm at work," she whispered. His voice came through loud and urgent. "Sis, that deal I told you about? It's slipping away. I need that 200,000 today." Monika's fork froze midair. "Paul, I can't pull that kind of money from thin air. I haven't even been paid yet." "You're in Lagos now," Paul snapped. "Opportunities are everywhere. Borrow it if you must. You've made it, so we've made it. Don't forget who you're doing this for." Before Monika could reply, a message pinged on her phone. "Bina. Sis, please send me money for my tuition balance, and for the iPhone you promised." Monika closed her eyes. It felt like everyone was tugging at her, piece by piece, until there would be nothing left. By afternoon, the boardroom was packed. Fred sat at the head of the table, his presence commanding, as Monika set up for her presentation. This was her chance to redeem herself after yesterday's fiasco. She drew in a deep breath and began. Her voice was steady, slides crisp and clear. The room listened, attentive and impressed. Even Fred's stern face softened with quiet approval. Then, just as Monika began to exhale, Kemi's voice sliced through the air. "Lovely presentation, Monika," she said sweetly. "Just curious, how much of this was your work, and how much was guidance from last night?" The room gasped. Heads swiveled toward Monika. Her pulse hammered, but she met Kemi's gaze steadily. "Every line of data," she said, her voice calm but firm. "I stayed late because I care about this project. That's all." Fred's voice cut through the tension like a blade. "That's enough, Kemi." "Monika, well done. Please meet me in my office later." Kemi smiled, the kind of smile that promised war. Fred's office felt colder than usual. He poured Monika a glass of water and handed it to her. "You handled yourself well," he said. "I won't have petty drama tearing this team apart." "Thank you, sir." She hesitated. "But why is Kemi so determined to see me fail?" Fred's expression tightened. "Kemi has ambitions. She sees you as competition. That's all." Monika wasn't convinced. There was something he wasn't saying, but before she could ask, his phone rang. Yes, Fred answered, his tone suddenly sharp. I understand. I'll handle it. When he hung up, his jaw was tense. Is everything okay? Monika asked. Fred forced a smile. Nothing you need to worry about. But Monika could tell he was lying. By evening, Monika's nerves were frayed. She decided to clear her head at the gym near her apartment, a sleek, modern space with rows of treadmills and the hum of upbeat music. She changed into leggings and a loose top, tying her afro bun high on her head. The rhythmic pounding of her feet on the treadmill was a release, each step pushing back the day's stress. Monika. As I live and breathe, the warm, familiar voice called. She slowed, turning toward the voice. It was David, an old university classmate. Back in Enugu, they'd been study partners and friends, maybe almost more, once upon a time. David. Monika blinked, surprised. I didn't know you were in Lagos. David laughed. Moved here 2 years ago. This city swallowed me whole, but look at you. Corporate queen in the big city. Monika laughed despite herself. Barely surviving, trust me. They fell into easy conversation, sharing stories between sets. David listened intently, his humor and easygoing nature melting away some of Monika's tension. For the first time all week, she felt like herself. But as she left the gym, she couldn't ignore a faint unease. Back at work the next night, Monika headed toward her car after staying late to finish reports. Her steps faltered. Kemi was leaning against her car, arms folded, eyes cold. You think Fred sees you as some kind of star? Kemi spat. You're nothing but a stepping stone. Monika tried to sidestep her, but Kemi blocked her way. Stay out of my path, Kemi hissed. Or you'll regret it. Kemi. Fred's voice rang out like a gunshot. Both women turned. Fred strode forward, his expression ice cold. Enough, he said. Go home. Kemi glared at them both, then stormed off, her heels clacking sharply against the pavement. Fred's gaze softened as he turned to Monika. Are you okay? Monika nodded, though her pulse was still racing. Later that night, Fred sat alone in his office, lights dimmed. He poured himself a drink, the ice clinking softly, and picked up his phone. She's here, he said quietly. Just like you wanted. The door opened. A shadowy figure entered, a woman, her features obscured. Good, the woman said, her voice smooth and calculating. Keep her close, Fred. She's the key to everything. Fred's expression darkened. He closed his eyes briefly, as if bracing himself for what was to come. His thoughts went back to Monika as he said out loud to himself in his empty office, if only she knew. In Lagos, nothing is ever what it seems.